If you were the victim of violence and you were able to talk to the person convicted of committing that crime against you or a loved one, would you do it?
Louisiana is one of dozens of states that offers that chance through a program called the Victim Offender Dialogue.
Hey y'all! Hi, hello! If you're new here, my name's Sarah and this is Coco. Miss Coco's in every video, but she just sleeps and snores. That's why she's paid the big bucks. You know, she's supervising and making sure, you know, like Mama, you said, I'm gonna need you to cut that out. You know, like that. But anyway, so the last true crime video I did was the Screwdriver Red, aka Mark Lewis, and the video was so long. So at the end, I told y'all I was gonna do an addendum to it because the story wasn't over. This is the addendum. As you saw in the news clip, Louisiana has a program where victims or families of victims and the offender can meet face to face. Usually to try to get some kind of closure. Miss Danette did this. The program's called LAVO. It's L-A-V-O, and it stands for Louisiana Victim Outreach Program. I'm gonna link their information in the description box in case you just want to read about it, like basically what they do. It's a rigorous screening process.
Now, two people whose lives were turned upside down by violence talk about the emotional process and its importance. One thing most victims and survivors of violent crimes want is answers.
Some of us may get the answers that we want. Some of us may not get the answers that we want.
Say, I got over that hurdle.
For Danette Idell, answers were something she desperately needed.
I need them to find her. It's my baby.
February 1st, 2007, her 13-year-old daughter, Kaitlin, disappeared right after she got home from school. The search was intense. 2 days later, Idell's worst nightmare came true. Kaitlin was found strangled to death in a wooded area 11 miles from home. Within days, police arrested Mark Lewis in connection with her murder, and the nightmare continued. You see, Lewis was married to Kaitlin's cousin and practically lived next door.
Did you murder Kaitlin?
No, I didn't.
Lewis was tried and convicted in 2008, sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole.
So the day comes where she finally gets to meet him, has to be in his presence, face to face. And of course, they're not going to be the only two in there. There's counselors, guards. There's other people in there, you know, facilitating what's going on.
How long is it going to take before he confesses to Caitlin's?
Caitlin's mom decided she needed to know. She started the process of setting up a meeting with Lewis at Angola.
It is a long process. You know, you don't get it, you may not get it in a year. You may not get it in 2. Mine was almost 4 years before we got through.
Through the state's Victim Offender Dialogue program, trained counselors help facilitate some of the most painful conversations imaginable.
And she says, and you'll hear it in the news clip, and you're not going to hear what I'm going to tell you, but she's just like, I want to know why. Why and how did you get her to your house? Which is a great question because, like, how? And at first he tells her, oh, I offered her a snack. I offered her peanut butter and jelly. Well, she knows this is a lie because Kaitlin doesn't like peanut butter and jelly. So she's like, that's not the truth because she doesn't like peanut butter and jelly. That's a lie. So let me ask you again. How did you get her to your house? And he tells her, okay. I offered to get her on drugs. Y'all did not know that it was possible to think any less of this piece of garbage than I already did until I found out about this. How dare he? How dare he? She truly was one of those innocent, sweet, sheltered, good girls. That's who she was. So for him, he just re-victimized her. He re-victimized Miss Danette, took her only baby away from her, and then re-victimized her. You know, he got off on telling her lies like that too, which he knew damn well weren't true. But she got the last laugh. His dumb ass. Remember the day that she went missing? He had been home all day long watching X-rated movies and pulling on his panty. Yeah. And the night before she went missing, he was stalking her MySpace profile. Okay, remember all that? I think that he stalked her MySpace profile and then didn't go to work that day, was pulling on his panty, watching them movies that I can't say on YouTube, but y'all know what I'm talking about. And then made up some excuse like, my daughters are here, or my daughter left something for you. He made something up to get her to his house, which she was used to going over there. She was friends with his daughter, you know, daughters. I think, because nobody knows what truly happened when she was over there. But I think with him always wanting her in the front seat, oh, he just disgusts me. Always wanting her in the front seat of his truck. I think he like had this fantasy in his head, and he thought that she was just going to go along with it. I don't know, but I think that he got her over there, and I think he probably tried to like SA her, and she was like, you know, so she resisted him, and then I think, you know, that's when he strangled her and then panicked and was like, I got to go hide the body. But Miss Danette, like I said, she got the last laugh, and this is how. For all of these years, all of the years that he has been in prison for Kaitlin's murder, and y'all remember I told y'all it was circumstantial evidence that put him in prison for life to begin with. But he still would never admit to it. Every time the media asked, every time anybody asked, did you kill Kaitlin? No, nope, I did not do it. I don't know who did it, but I didn't. Well, as you'll see in the news clip, Miss Danette asked, did you look in her eyes when you killed her? When you murdered her, did you look her in the eyes? And he told her, no, I strangled her from behind. That's a confession. So she got him to confess to Kaitlin's murder, which automatically forfeits him from appealing his conviction. Like, he cannot appeal his sentence. He's done. He is not getting out of jail for Kaitlin's murder. So, you know, props to Miss Danette for that.
8 years after losing the most precious thing in her life, Idell would come face to face with Kaitlin's killer to try to get answers.
When I did ask him, I said, well, were you looking at her? Did you see her eyes when you strangled her? And he told me no, that he strangled her from behind. The one mainly is that he did confess. Because after 8 years of him saying, no, I didn't do it, no, I didn't do it, he finally confessed that he did do it.
I also told him again, if you're looking for forgiveness, I can't do that now. My daughter was 13 years old when she was taken. This February made 9 years that she's been gone.
Idell recently spoke to a group of employees at the Louisiana Department of Corrections, some of them instrumental in getting the dialogue going between survivors and offenders.
Miss Idell, this is for you. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Idell wants survivors to know patience is key when it comes to getting closure.
Caitlin's favorite color. That's what I figured.
Some people may want to go right off the bat and try to meet with them, but take your time. You know, look at what's ahead. Go through your grief, because it's not an easy process when you lose a loved one, especially a child.
After meeting with her daughter's killer, Idell's life is moving forward. She's actually getting married on Kaitlin's birthday in about 3 weeks. 15 years ago, only 6 states offered the Victim Offender Dialogue program. Now more than 32 states have the program. And they say it's not for everybody, but for a lot of victims and survivors, it's definitely a big step towards closure.
Wow.
And we have more information on our website on how to get in touch with the people who run the program.
Powerful story you told there. And these are strong people who are able to do that, obviously. Nothing against people who don't want to, but certainly.
But Ms. Idell had a good point. She waited, and it took 4 years, and then it
Yeah.
was 8 years after her daughter's murder that she actually went face to face with him. So a lot of time had passed.
Wow. What a
Yeah. I'm so happy for Miss Danette. I'm so happy that she found love, that she got married on Kaitlin's birthday. I wish I could give her a big old hug. That is one strong woman. She's so strong. So strong. As for Mark Lewis, he can rot in jail, and then he can rot in hell, for all I care. I'm done talking about his ass. Y'all let me know what y'all think. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Subscribe! Subscribe! Alright. Love y'all.
Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headaches stack.